To Sleep by John Keats. The sonnet is composed of 14 verses and 10 syllables in each line. It is rich in personification, has vivid imagery, and thought-provoking metaphors. The use of imagery and personification on interpreting sleep helped depict the funeral effect on the character of the poem. The title, To Sleep, can be interpreted as to die. Keats interprets dying is like falling asleep, a state of unconsciousness. O soft embalmer of the still midnight, O soothe sleep, thy poppy throws, and turn the key deftly in the oiled wards, and seal the hushed casket of my soul. Through these verses, Keats is showing that there is something that he wants to forget, and if he is still alive, the suffering he feels inside him will be frightening. We can also interpret to sleep as one of those pleasures that one can have in this world, because when you are sleeping, your mind is free. You are not worried about what is happening with the world around you, which ties in with the fact that the author chose pleasant and mild adjectives throughout the poem to express his feelings about death. For example, words like soft, careful, benign, and smooth as sleep. It is ironic considering Keats feared death, yet in the sonnet he sets a pleasant yet foreboding tone. It's almost as if he wants to be free from the world, free from his troubles and worries, and escape into a state of unconsciousness and accept his inevitable and impending end. The poet is seriously ill, upon my pillows, breeding many woes. He knows his end is coming, and he wishes, if he had to die, he would like everything to take place as soon as possible. He doesn't want to suffer anymore. Throughout the poem, we find the use of the first personal pronoun, so we realize the author is the main character of the poem. My willing eyes, save me, and my soul. We also find the use of the second pronoun, which indicates the presence of the addressee along the poem, thee and thy poppy throws. Poppies represent sleep and death. Sleep because of the opium extracted from them, and death because of their blood red color. But this is not the unique reference to the addressee. The other element which makes references is the use of imperative form in close in midst. Wait the Amen, save me, and turn the key. But there is an element that can be interpreted as an invitation to the other world, giving death physical human aspects, our gloom-pleased eyes. This reminds me of paintings from the artist Angelina Rona. The eyes of her subject portray a sense of foreboding gloom, yet have a serene and calmful aspect. Even midnight is being personified into human qualities. For instance, the still midnight is the embalmer keeping away bodies from rotting, giving a gracious feeling to the poem. When Keats says, close in midst of this thine hymn, my willing eyes, he's using a metaphor. He's imploring death to close his eyes and go with her to the other world. This verse is continued with, or wait the Amen. In my opinion, both act as an ultimatum. It is like if he was saying, take me with you now, or wait until I will be blessed. Through this, we realize that the author of the poem has a religious ideology. Maybe he's Christian, we don't exactly know. But what is true is that he thinks that after that there is another opportunity, another life where everything starts again. This is the reason why Keats repeats, save me. Save is mentioned twice, almost like a hidden desperate plea. He wants to be saved from life. The poet is looking for death as a liberation. But before dying, he wants to receive the last sacrament, the extreme unction, oiled words. In Christianity, it takes place when a person in his last minutes of life, and the priest gives him the blessing to go to heaven, making a cross on his forehead using blessed oil. In my opinion, the author seems to be frustrated, powerless, because he depends on the will of God. You see, God is who decides when is your time to leave this world. Thus, the author is almost asking for a better life, asking God or a higher So, there are two possible interpretations of the poem: the literal and fantastic sense where you're dreaming, you are safe, and you can do whatever you want without thinking if it is good or bad, where the author wants to escape out of his harsh reality into the limitless freedom of his unconsciousness. Or the negative sense where you're going to die but you don't know when, and meanwhile, you're suffering, waiting for that pain to end, where death is your only liberation.